Jon Jones did an interview with Kevin Iole, who's an MMA and combat sports reporter. And in the interview, Kevin Iole asks him, I'm not muted, right? Kevin Iole asks him, if you beat Stipe Miocic at UFC 309, will you fight Tom Aspinall? Will you give Tom Aspinall the next title shot? Jon's answer sent MMA Twitter on fire. You know, Jon Jones ducking Tom Aspinall became like a trending hashtag. Jon Jones said, "I don't think I will." I'm going to read you the full quote here. Because he said, "I don't want to say he's a nobody, but Tom Aspinall hasn't proven anything." This is also the two-time interim heavyweight champion, by the way. So let's take a look at Jon Jones' quote here. This is what he said. He's talking about Tom Aspinall. He said, "He won his belt against Sergey Pavlovich. Sergey just got slaughtered by somebody else. I'm not here to gamble someone else making a name off of me. I'm here to compete against the guys where when we look back 10 years from now, you'll be like, Jon Jones fought this guy, he fought that guy, and that champion. If there were to be a fight with a guy that's still on the UFC roster that would financially be worth it and legacy be worth it, it would be Alex Pereira. We're both 37 years old. I'm an incredibly light heavyweight. I think Pereira walks around at 240. Jon Jones says that he walks around at 235, by the way. I think that fight would go much further on my legacy than a guy who's cool today and maybe gone tomorrow. I remember a time when the whole world thought Johnny Walker was going to be the guy to beat me. No offense to Johnny Walker, but we've all seen how his career has played out. I've just been here too long to get all excited about somebody who's hot today. I'm here for legacy. I've been gambling for way too long to just take random fights." Now, interesting that he brought up Johnny Walker there, comparing Tom Aspinall to Johnny Walker, who's never won an interim title. Tom Aspinall has won 2 interim titles in the time that Jon Jones has been on the shelf with a shoulder injury. So Tom Aspinall is definitely not a nobody. He's definitely somebody. He's definitely earned his shot at the heavyweight championship. There's precedent for this. When you win the interim title, sometimes you get elevated to the champion. So just look at the Robert Whittaker situation before Israel Adesanya became champion. Interim championship has to mean something. And when Jon Jones says that I don't want to take a gamble so somebody can, build their name off of me. I mean, that's what Jon Jones did. Jon Jones was given opportunities by guys like Shogun Rua, Rampage Jackson, other guys. I know that obviously he was a champion at that time, I believe, but Jon Jones was given opportunities by fighters to build his career off of when he was young. So for him to say that might be a little disingenuous. It could be mind games from Jones too. He could just be sort of trolling Tom Aspinall, trying to get in his head a little bit. But him saying that he wants to fight Alex Pereira, I do think is interesting. I do think it's a great fight. Don't get me wrong. But I also think it is, Alex Pereira has to take care of Magomed Ankalaev first. And that fight hasn't even been booked yet. So it seems to me like this is the fight to make. And even Dana White has said that he believes Jon Jones will fight Tom Aspinall if he beats Stipe Miocic. He's even said that he believes Stipe Miocic would fight Tom Aspinall if he beats Jon Jones. I think it's more likely that he would retire. I think it's very possible Jon Jones will likely retire. But Jon Jones also put out a tweet earlier today, and his tweet said, "At this point in my career, every decision is rooted in purpose. My journey isn't dictated by hype or outside opinions. It's about crafting a legacy that speaks for itself one step at a time. I'm here to do what's right for my career and my legacy with a vision that's clear and unshakable, focused, driven, and in complete control of myself. The story continues, and it's unfolding exactly as I've envisioned," clearly responding to the criticism that he's ducking Tom Aspinall. So let me know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall? Do you think this is much ado about nothing? Do you think this is just mind games from Jon? Let me know what you think. Because it seems to me, I don't think he's ducking Tom Aspinall. I do think it's something that he didn't want to happen. I think Jon Jones had a plan in mind for 2 more fights, get the championship from Gunn, and then beat Stipe, and then he can ride off into the sunset. Maybe fight Pereira if that time came for it, because it might be an easier fight than Aspinall. I know I'm saying Pereira being an easy fight. I get it. Don't come after me. I'm just saying, might be an easier fight from like a grappling and wrestling standpoint. Also, he's lighter than Jon Jones. I don't care what Jon Jones says about what his current weight is. That being said, I do think that Jon Jones is a little inconvenienced by the Tom Aspinall situation. Getting his shoulder injured like this was definitely not part of his plans. And now here's Tom Aspinall knocking at the door. Clearly is the fight to make for the UFC. Makes way more sense than a Stipe Miocic fight. So when Jon Jones talks about legacy, this Stipe fight is your legacy fight. It is your legacy fight. And if you go after this fight, if you go off into the sunset, they're going to hand Tom Aspinall the heavyweight championship on your way out the door, just like he said. They're going to eventually give it to Tom Aspinall or just elevate him immediately to a vacant title fight. So, you know, Jon can say whatever he wants, but that's just the truth. And I say this with all due respect to Jon Jones. He is a legend, and Jon can pick and choose to fight whoever he wants. But if he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall after beating Stipe Miocic, it is something that will always sort of follow him. I do want to go to Jon Jones' custom shorts for UFC 309. But first, we have a little message from our friends at DraftKings. We'll be back to the video in just a second, but first, the NBA Cup is back, and it's time for teams to battle it out and find out who is the top dog. And you know that if you want to get on the action, we've got you covered, because Inside Fighting has partnered up with DraftKings to bring you all an amazing offer where if you're a new DraftKings customer, you can go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, bet $5, and you'll receive $200 of bonus bets instantly just by using our promo code Inside Fighting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry about it. Go play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. Have some fun with the basketball over there. It's my favorite thing to do at DraftKings. And again, new DraftKings customers who bet $5 receive $200 of bonus bets instantly using promo code Inside Fighting. Shout out to DraftKings for sponsoring this video, taking care of us. They are, you know, they hook us up. They're really taking care of us. And if you guys want to help us out and you want to hook us up and, you know, really show your support, the best way you could do it is to, you know, sign up with DraftKings using our promo code Inside Fighting if you guys are new customers. That's the best way that you guys could support us, other than, of course, liking and subscribing and commenting on these videos.